Turtle Warlock, sent to hell to keep other people from winning the race, and Drol, a hitchhiking druid who fell through a portal by accident, dumbass, were left carless after an encounter with a massive hellworm. Meanwhile, the still injured Nikola and Kairyd arrived at the pest stop, location of the second trial. Hopefully the party stops being split in this episode, because a full party is vital if you want to have a hell of a game. And hopefully they don't kill each other.
Would he kick your ass?
You can't have a TPK if only half the party's there.
You know what? That works. So I'm Casey Jarmes. I'm your Dungeon Master, which stands for Digging Man. I had to dig some pits inside the fantasy world for what's happening later in this episode. Don't question it. Who are you people?
I'm Jordan, aka Drol, the Hobgoblin Druid.
I am Michael, Kid, the Turtle.
Akash, Kairyd, the most innocent assassin, also a water genasi.
Innocent.
I'm Monty. I'm not Kairyd. I'm Nikola Brandt, the Tiefling Barbarian.
You keep saying innocent. You don't know what that word means, Akash.
No, he does.
I do. I that's why I'm using it.
It's just opposite of what he does normally.
Okay. So, and this is mostly for Monty's sake, and also for people who skip around in podcasts like psychopaths. So, after the whole bone melt sprayer tank incident where 2 people died, Nikola Brandt drove to the pest stop, this rest stop convenience store in hell that's been vandalized and has a bunch of tents out that, and then napped there and got a short rest in so he isn't at 2 health. And then Kairyd shook him awake because, hey, it's time to go get the second trial. We need the key thing, like the second key. We need to get 3 of them. Kairyd would not be this descriptive and actually know what's going on, but it's mostly me using Kairyd as a mouthpiece. Hey, we gotta go do the second trial. And then you went to go do the second trial.
Did they?
Yes! You were there for that part. Okay. So, Kairyd and Nikola, you are led by Ira, Devil of Wrath, manager of the first trial, who hates your guts because you blew up the farmhouse and punched a tree and cut his bucket. You were just dicks to him. And also, I'm pretty sure, didn't Akash try to murder him last episode? When it was just Akash, that dude is not challenge rating for you to solo, man.
I feel like many decisions were had.
Well, anyway, he, leads you between all these tents that have been set up around the pest stop, and he's like, okay, let's see, which one of these is open? I'm pretty sure I've had a different voice every episode I've appeared in because there's a few weeks between these. There, see that tent over there? Walk in there, and I will explain the trial to you, okay?
I guess that's what we're doing.
So you walk into this tent, and you see set up in there's not really much. There's this X in the middle on the dirt ground. There's nothing really set up in the tent except for 2 other people. One of them is this hobgoblin dude wearing a bunch of wooden rings. He's got a shield. He's like a druid. The other is like a turtle dude dressed in
you cannot tell
warlock
I'm a druid
stuff.
from how I look. I just look like an old traveling guy with a big stick and a shield.
So a druid!
No.
Kid quite literally just looks like a turtle. He doesn't have anything
Like no
with
clothes?
Him. Very light clothes, but he's got a giant shell that covers up everything.
I don't think that's how turtles work. But then again, the TMNT didn't wear pants. But they wore bandanas. Like, they wore masks. So that people wouldn't recognize them. That was always done. But anyway, meeting. You walk into this tent and you see you. The party is in the same location now. And Ira's gonna say, okay, so how's this gonna work? You go in there, stand on this X. Other 2, you 2 have been waiting. You all go up and stand on this X, and you shake hands, and then I will explain how this trial's gonna work. You're gonna be competing, and I'll give the key to the winner. Got it?
Okay, let's get this over.
Okay.
Awesome.
Just hold out my hand to shake.
Okay. You're all doing this?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
So you all walk up to the middle of the room and you are standing on this X and you shake hands, and right as you do that, you see Ira just stomp on the floor and you see cracks spread through the ground as the thin sheet of stone you're all standing on shatters and you all fall into a pit. And Ira laughs as you just falling. I hate all of you.
What did we do?
Yeah, what did we do?
What did I do?
No, actually, you know what? I don't hate all of you, he is shouting as you fall. You two are cool. I hope you win, so that these two lose and get killed.
That guy hates us for some reason. I don't know what's going on. Sorry, y'all.
You tried to kill me 5 minutes ago!
Do I know you? Oh, I don't think I do. Okay.
Ah!
Scream.
I can see why you would hate these people.
Insert cut, so, you were wondering how I got in this position.
Yeah, last episode was how you got in this position. You don't fall from the fall damage because it's padded at the bottom of this big pit. This, say, 20 feet diameter circle, 200 feet from the ground. I don't know who dug this. Probably slaves. It's hell. The point is, you're in a 200-foot deep cylindrical pit. And Ira's gonna say, alright, so here's how this is gonna work. See this key? He pulls out this shiny silver key from in his pocket and holds it up to you. So, I will give this key to either the last one standing or the first one to get out of the pit. I don't really care which.
Well, that makes this easy. Kid is going to transform into his were-raven form and just start flying up.
Okay, first we're gonna roll for initiative. But also, yeah, let's talk about that. So, what does this even look like?
It looks like a normal were-raven, except the wings come out of the shell, which is still surrounding him.
So, reactions as this happens?
Yeah.
Huh. Guess we are in hell.
To be fair, he's not from hell. That's some assumptions. Also, everyone roll for initiative, because you guys are gonna fight. Or maybe you'll talk it out peacefully. I don't know what you're gonna do.
When was the last time this group ever talked something out peacefully?
Literally never, but you haven't had many encounters yet.
This is
So
true.
there's still a chance that will happen sometime.
13.
16.
4.
Yeah, how's that were-raven coming along?
4.
Listen, I've got a high AC and a couple other tricks down my sleeve, so,
So, basically, 200-foot pit. Either be the first one out or kill everyone else in it. And let me clarify, I mean, he isn't clarifying this for you. That does not mean murder your teammates.
Okay.
So I don't have to do anything. I just get to sit back and watch the carnage. Monty, you're up first.
Geez, there's not really many mobility options for a barbarian. Where's the key right now?
It is 200 feet up with Ira.
I guess he'll just start climbing. I do not have a climb speed.
Let's see an athletics check then, if you don't have a climbing speed.
13.
13, okay, you're decent. Hold on, let me just double check the rules real quick.
climbing rules as normal, you move at half your movement speed if you succeed the check.
Yeah, I'd say the wall is designed to be climbed. So yeah, you move half of your movement speed. You're now, 20, 15 feet in the air? Next in the initiative would be Akash. Akash, what would you like to do?
So, I see this motherfucker fly. I feel like I'm just gonna fucking sigh and be like, I'm fucking tired. 2 people just died. We got 2 more people. Kairyd's just gonna fucking, pull out his fucking sword and lay down on the ground. We don't need to do this.
I wasn't intending to.
Jesus Christ, the OG team's just depressed.
Hey, you guys have a car?
You want to work together?
I feel like that could be, we have some spots that just opened up. We're looking to fill them, so, yeah.
Oh, that was easy.
Yeah, I did not expect... I mean, I expected you to eventually come to that conclusion, but I did not expect it to be that quickly.
I mean, Drol doesn't want to take the time and effort to, fight these people.
Kairyd doesn't really see the point at this, point.
Nikola's gonna keep climbing.
Kid's got a 50-foot flying speed, so he arrives at the top way before Nikola does.
And Ira just hands you the key. Awesome. You know, you showed real initiative. That was real fast. I like you. Especially because you haven't cut any of my buckets yet.
Is that what they did?
They cut it. My bucket! Guys, this is gonna be my new obsession. I get so mad about buckets. So anyway, here's your key. I guess it's up to you to get your friend out of there. And maybe I'll throw some new guys down to beat up those old ones if you want to leave them. I don't know. I got other people to do. Lots of trials. Bye! And he walks away.
That guy needs to fucking move on.
Sounds like you're the ones at fault here.
Sounds like you don't know much. My fucking turtley friend.
Kid isn't at fault because he's a different person, but you're still Michael.
Yeah, that's the irony. Two different characters.
So,
buddy.
Kid, you got the silver key. You're out of the pit. How rest party get out?
Nikola's gonna keep climbing.
Determination. Okay, that'll take you a minute. What about the other two?
I'm still figuring it out. Oh, you know what? Nah, I'm just gonna wild shape into a cat and climb up.
Ooh. So Kairyd's still in the pit. I believe lying there, holding a sword. Are you, like, pointing the sword at you, like, just end it? Or are you just, like, holding it at your side, like, someone is asking?
I'm just kind of holding it in case, like, I have to fucking jump up and stab people approaching me. How tall is, like, the area?
200 feet.
Okay. I was about to try and, like, put my rope on, like, a crossbow bolt and shoot it and climb that, but it's only 50 feet of rope.
How much rope do we have altogether?
If you all have rope, then 200, right? Because times 4?
I want to pull our rope, because we need to get the fuck out of here.
Kid's just gonna fly around, tie together the ropes, and hang it from the top for everybody.
Or, Kid, is that your name? You could just fly us out of here if you wanted. That could be easier.
I can't carry you. I'm not that strong. I can't lift an entire another person and fly with them.
Oh, okay, my turtley friend. I'm sorry I believed in you.
Good.
Oh, I'm also at the top by now, aren't I?
Yeah, you all... I'm gonna say at this point, it's only Kairyd.
Kairyd has nowhere to get up. You know what? I can try. I can take fucking 2 crossbow bolts, and I'm gonna just stab them into the wall.
Kairyd can still climb. It's just that, like, you have to make checks.
Oh, okay. That's true. Well, I'm gonna take crossbow bolts, and I'm gonna, like, stab them into the wall and, like, climb.
Awesome.
When Nikola finally gets to the top, he's gonna, struggling, throw himself over the ledge and call out for Ira. Where is that wench? I need another bucket to quench my thirst.
I'm in another tent! Fuck you! There's a convenience store. Buy something there!
Thank you, wench. I love the citizens of hell.
Something tells me they don't love you.
So, for Kairyd's, like, arrow stab climb, could you give me, like, an athletics check?
Oh, okay. I have a -1 to that. Hoo-hoo.
Ahoy, you are a whimsy boy.
9.
I'm gonna say you, like, try this, like, arrow stab climb, but not really your thing, mate.
For fuck's sake.
How is this the thing that is causing trouble? You're gonna have more trouble with getting out of a hole than you do with any of the high CR enemies I'm gonna sick on you.
Like, we are great at putting ourselves in holes.
Just take the rope. It's already dangling
take it.
there. Get up here.
I do that. Pride slightly lower.
And so you have all gotten out of the pit. You have the key. At your car, there's a compass that will point to the next challenge. Wanna go?
Sure. Well, I guess that's not my call to make. It's not my car.
You're right, it isn't. Who inherited it? I guess Nikola. It's Nikola's car now.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Oh, boy.
Nikola's gonna do what Nikola does best and just fucking drive.
Kid just passes a note over to Drol, and it's like, so you are of the same mind. First chance we get, ditch these guys, right?
Maybe. We'll see.
Fair enough.
Although, I should note that before you take off, you are going to notice something odd with the car when you walk back to it. You notice this little copper, like, coffee urn, like the big tall pots that are, like, at church tables for refreshments. You know what I'm talking about. One of those, like a big
What?
copper one with thin little arms and a pair of eyes, like just going to town on your car's engine as it hovers in the air. You see it's got like a wrench and a screwdriver and is just tightening things and rearranging, unscrewing. I don't know mechanics. It's doing mechanic things.
An urn?
What the hell are you?
No,
Like a pot of greed?
okay, to be fair, I had to look up what the word for that thing is. A coffee urn. It's like one of those things.
Coffee. Oh, those things.
There, show image.
Oh, it's a homunculus.
Crap,
servant.
I shouldn't have shown.
Okay.
The image I showed you of it is labeled.
That's like neat looking.
I mean, I had a theory that it was a homunculus anyways.
Yeah, and we have a short little flashback to episode 1 where Wrench, who's now dead, to his homunculus is like, hey, go, jump on that other car and deconstruct it, and it does it. And then you don't think about it ever again. Don't, like, say, oh, I tell it to, like, climb back on the car. I'm gonna say it did that on its own because it's not stupid, and it's still there. And it's, like, repairing your engine.
Well, no, a homunculus servant should have disappeared after Wrench died.
It lasts for a number of days equal to a dice roll, so it would still be here for a little bit.
I believe it's the intelligence of Wrench.
Yeah, infusion vanishes after a number of days have passed equal to your intelligence modifier, minimum of 1 day.
That would have been 4 days.
Awesome, so you have a pet that's gonna keep the car working for a few more days. That's gonna die. And it's just going to float back to its little hiding place, wherever it's hiding, as you get in the car. Where are Kid and Drol gonna sit? I assume the other two are going to their normal spots.
What are the spots again?
There's the gunner seat on the top, and there's just chilling in the back seat.
I'll take chillin' in the back seat, and I'll grab my, just a longbow appears in my hand.
That's what Drol wanted to do. Drol doesn't want to use the gun.
Drol gets to chill in the gunner seat now.
Fine. Okay, Drol will sit there.
Does the turtle have a hard time fitting?
I don't think so. This car was, like, big enough for Wrench.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's true. I forgot how big Wrench was.
Yeah, Wrench was 6'10".
And don't worry about getting shot in the gunner seat. Sure, the last guy who sat there got shot and killed, but shit happens.
That was a fluke.
Well, no,
we
that's
learn
not.
from our mistakes here, I'm sure.
That's
you know?
not Drol's worries.
You know the saying, lightning harpoons don't strike the same place twice.
Exactly.
So, Kid, as you're, like, crawling in the back seat, you're gonna see there's this little furry thing with 8 legs and horns and these evil yellow eyes just sitting there on the seat, and it, like, bahs at you as you sit in the car. It's the goat. You guys still have a goat in your car. You don't even technically have the first key.
Wait.
It's in a goat right now. Weird spider goat.
Oh yeah.
What if I pet it?
It likes being pet. It like goats don't purr. It does the goat equivalent of purr.
Were you about to say a goat purrs?
Actually, you know what? Yeah, the goat
I
purrs.
preferred if it
Hell
did
yeah.
purr.
Why have we not started
Yes.
moving yet?
I don't know. That's a good question. You want to move?
We should move. This is a race.
Nikola said drive.
Okay, you start moving, and I'm going to assume you did start moving earlier when you first said it. The point is, you made great time on the second trial, which means you gain time, and you aren't really dying as much. So, who wants to roll it? Well, I guess Nikola, because Nikola's the driver. Roll a d20 to determine how much time you gain.
7.
7. Okay, you've gained 7 positions. You're now in 211th place. Before the finish line, you need to get under 200.
We're basically winning.
Basically.
Or else super hell.
Or else super hell with all the bad kids.
How fast does the car travel again?
I believe it's 100 feet, right? Yeah. So you start driving through hell again. And Monty, because you're driving, you roll a d20 to see what I'm gonna sick on you in a minute.
A 16.
Aw, that's nothing. 11 plus no complications. Fine, you only have to deal with the planned complications.
Casey just sicks another bone sprayer tank on us.
Maybe later. But no, you're driving down the road, heading straight for the third trial, which you might remember, you probably don't, is at the Obsidian Caldera, this volcanic crater that's a ways away. And as you're driving, eventually, you start to, in the distance, see a couple of people. One of them is this man in a cowboy hat. He's got a pair of holstered guns and a bandana. He's riding on a bull, and he's the one farthest back. The one in sort of second place is this man on a flaming steed wearing black armor with a flaming sword in his hand. And the one that's the farthest from you, that's making the best time, is this rusty old white convertible that a guy is driving. And you can see all three of those ahead of you, and you're slowly approaching them because you're slightly faster than them.
Do they look like they're working together?
Give me an insight check.
That's a 9.
Yeah, that makes sense. They're in a distance. It would be hard to judge their insight. With that 9, you aren't really sure too much about them. They all just seem to be going in the same direction fast. Maybe they know each other. Who knows?
Casey, this is my reminder that Drol has observant.
Ooh, what does that do?
It makes my passive perception 22.
Oh, good. That's good. So with that 22, you can kind of tell they're really running. Like, maybe they're scared. And also, you can see the sort of ground around you. It's kind of familiar, similar to some ground you encountered recently. And I don't know why you're observing the type of ground. You're a druid. The point is, the ground, it's the type
I
of...
thought that giant worm was back there, not here.
Well, giant worms move, and thank you, Michael. Yeah, you figured it out. You hear some rumbling, and as you hear this, the worm's back. It just bursts out of the ground and chomps down on the rusty car, destroying it.
Hello Game is sponsored by Doom.
Not the company or the game, but like the actual physical embodiment of Doom himself. He's actually a kind of nice guy.
I said Dune.
Oh, Dune. I thought you said Doom. I just cannot hear you that well.
We are sponsored by Dune, but specifically the 80s version with Sting in it.
Oh, the 80s version is better than the new one. Don't even...
Ooh, that's a hot take.
It's a hot...
I don't know.
Okay,
like
it's
I've only seen the extended 80s version.
I haven't.
Which
I
is
haven't
worse than the new
even
version.
watched the 80s version, to be honest. It's just the CGI of the shields is so good.
It's so bad. The fucking cubes.
It's Minecraft, dude.
So anyway, the current situation as you're going into this next little scene, there's cowboy on a bull, and then there's dude on a flaming horse, and then there's car that just got chomped by a purple worm. I'm gonna use same initiative that you've been using.
No,
New encounter.
we've rolled initiative for a single fight.
But
Why?
two of you didn't even... Fine,
No,
fine. Roll initiative
yeah, but
again.
We got little baby poo-poo rolls, and I also forgot to add my dexterity modifier to it.
Listen, if it makes you feel better, I went from a 4 to a 5, so it doesn't really matter.
Okay, I got a 15. Let's fucking go.
15.
I got a 10.
Okay. So first up in the initiative is the cowboy who's gonna pull out his pair of pistols and try and shoot this massive worm. And only gonna hit once and gonna deal some damage to it. And next in the initiative is... Oh, it's the worm. Sit back and watch me kill the NPCs, okay? Next is the worm, and the worm is... Let's say it's gonna make a... Because it's still munching on the car, it's gonna swing its tail at your car, and... Roll nat 1. It just flies over Drol's head without hitting the car as this worm is just thrashing around trying to destroy every other car it sees. And then it becomes Akash's turn.
I had like a weapon vehicle, or did I not? Because it's been a
You
while
were-
since we've been in car combat.
You were in the Screamer station. You can, like, make a sonic attack thing.
Oh, that's a natural one. I just backfire and blow up the car.
Okay, thankfully it's a save for the worm, so you don't do that. And the worm is going to, for that save, roll a 5. So yeah, you just blow up this worm with a big blast of sound, doing 60-10 thunder damage, if you want to roll that.
I am gonna roll that. Damn, I rolled fucking good. Okay, that's 50.
Wow, that's a big chunk of the worm's health. Yeah, you just shoot it with this sonic cannon and it like screeches as it takes that damage. And then it is Drol's turn. The turn of Jordan's character, who's in the
Yes.
harpoon station on top of the car.
Drol will just kind of go, let's see what this does. And he's just going to press the button in the general direction of the worm.
Okay, make an attack roll. Ranged weapon attack. So
Okay, ranged weapon attack. I'm not proficient with it, I'm guessing. Because Drol would absolutely not be. So, that's an 8. Or what's the bonus on the weapon?
It's just your dex as a bonus.
Okay, yeah, it's an 8.
So the lightning harpoon just flies over the worm's head. A lot of flying over heads in this battle. That's what happens when you miss.
Drol would just be like, okay.
Kid is going to offer to switch seats
Okay,
with you.
yeah, this is not Drol's cup of tea.
Is Kid good at shooting?
Kid at least has proficiency in martial weapons.
Awesome. Okay, so it's Monty's turn. Monty, you're in the driver's seat. At this point, the worm's in the middle, and just you and the cowboy and the horseman are spread around it.
Fuck, I just realized I could have done something cool when it flew over by us. So one really annoying thing about Drol is you're going to have to tell me whenever anyone is 10 feet of me, within 10 feet of me.
I'd say the worm's more like 30.
But when it flew overhead.
Ah, his tail. What happens when that happens?
A halo of spores.
I don't know what that does.
Okay, well basically I get to use my reaction to deal 1d4 necrotic damage to it.
Ooh, that'll be a thing to keep in mind in the future as it becomes Monty, our driver's turn.
Monty, drive fast.
Yes, Monty driver.
Drive.
Drive.
Monty, want to go fast. Monty, dash. Can you dash the car?
I don't think you can dash a car, but I mean, it's faster than the worm. You can drive away from it, so it has a harder time hitting you.
Well, yeah, let's do that. Don't even mess with this worm. Waste of our goddamn time.
Okay, so at this point, with that just driving forward, I'd say at this point, you've passed the other two racers, so now the order would be worm, and then cowboy, and then horseman. As it becomes said horseman's turn, and he's gonna try and do some stabbing on the worm, and he gonna, let's just roll some dice, gonna roll very well, and that's gonna be, okay, good, 77 damage to the purple worm. Anyway, now it's Michael's turn.
So, did we get to switch seats?
I mean, that would just be movement, right?
Yeah, I think you can do that with your movement, so I won't hold it against you. You can still take an action.
Okay, into the new seat. Unfortunately, I can't do this as a charisma attack, but hey, something's better than nothing. How close is the worm?
Let's see, Monty drove real fast away from it. It moves at 50 feet, you move... I'd say at this point, you're like 60 feet away from it.
Great. Bonus action, Hunter's Mark the worm.
Ooh.
I get that from my Fey-touched feat.
Ah, I was wondering where that came from.
And now I'm going to shoot the lightning launcher at it.
Awesome, make that roll.
8 total.
Yeah, no. I mean, you've never used the gun before. It makes sense that you would just miss. Once we track with Drol...
I think something's wrong with the gun.
No.
Did it get some acid on it? That might be what happened. Okay, Cowboy's gonna take 2 more shots, and what's the AC on this bitch? Ooh, that's a bad AC for us. Yeah, the Cowboy's gonna shoot 2 more times, and both of his shots don't phase the purple worm. And it's the worm's turn, where it can make 2 attacks. First, with its tail, it's gonna swing at the cowboy and just completely throw him and his bull away. They are out of this fight. And then with its other attack, it's gonna lunge forward to... Oh, but you aren't... You drove out of its range. It's gonna bite the knight instead. So I guess you don't have to worry about anything this turn. You just get to watch other people die. Okay, so it's gonna do a ton of damage to the knight, but who gives a shit? So then it's gonna be Akash's turn.
You know what? I'm gonna continue shooting.
That is a save for the worm, and the worm has bad dexterity. It rolled a 13.
So 6d10.
Okay, roll that out.
29.
29 damage to the big ol' worm as it becomes Jordan's turn.
Okay, how far away is the worm?
I believe 60 feet is what we said earlier.
Would you let me cast a magic stone? I'd imagine Drol would have picked up a couple rocks.
I mean, it's a desert. If Drol has a spell where he would know to pick up rocks, then I feel like, yeah, you can do that in a desert.
Okay, yeah, Drol will just, pull out 3 rocks and cast magic stone.
I forget what that spell does.
It's a cantrip. It's a bonus action. It creates 3 magic rocks that I can just yeet at people to deal 1d6 plus my spellcasting ability modifier.
Ooh, that's good for you.
And I get to use my spell attack instead of, stupid dexterity.
Awesome. Roll to hit with that.
Okay. That is a 22 to hit.
Oh, awesome. You hit. Roll that damage.
Okay. That is 10 magical bludgeoning damage.
Okay, this worm, it's big, it's tough. If it hits any of you, you're probably gonna die. But, you're doing a pretty good job holding it at bay.
Throwing rocks at it, baby.
Yeah, screw big old lightning gun. I have a rock.
I mean, but that's actually Drol's mindset, though. Drol would much rather just throw rocks at people than use the big harpoon gun.
Okay, so Monty, it's your turn.
I think Nikola's doing a good job. Drive fast.
I do just the solution to this problem is drive away from the big monster.
I mean, he has a good point.
We're resolving this
That's
peacefully.
not true.
Peacefully as you watch other people get eaten.
I mean, we are technically being peaceful. That does not mean the worm is being peaceful.
We're resolving this. No. Just. We're resolving this peacefully, driving away.
Hell of a game, hell race, pacifist run.
You've killed so many people already.
Starting now.
Okay, so you do that, and with another turn of just driving fast away, it's going to have to dash to even stay within 60 feet of you on its turn. As it becomes our knight friend's turn, this big dude on a flaming steed with a sword, he managed to survive being bitten and swallowed because he rolled well. He's going to make another slash on this big old worm. Okay, that is a lot of damage. This guy good at dealing damage. I mean, it's 3 attacks, but okay, that's 75 more damage to the worm. And the worm, it looks pretty beat up just as it's taken all these hits as it becomes Michael's turn.
And then I fired, and I missed.
Did you roll a miss?
No, actually, I rolled a 19, but I was thinking it was going to be a miss.
Okay, you hit it.
Wait. Not 19, 21, my bad.
Okay, that hits. You turn the gun back and fire at this worm.
How much damage does the lightning launcher do
The lightning harpoon, it does 2d8 piercing plus 2d6 lightning.
And then I get an additional d6 because of Hunter's Mark.
Okay, roll that damage.
12 damage total.
Okay, and the way that I imagine this happening is you just turn the gun around. You had a few misses, but you figured it out, and then you shoot it. This bolt of lightning arrow goes into this thing's mouth because it's always trying to bite stuff, and it just comes out the back of its head, and it just falls over on the ground dead. You just killed a purple worm, Michael. I assume the party is just gonna keep driving because...
We don't have time not to.
No need to look back at corpses.
Yeah, you're good at driving. Although, I will note, as you're driving away, you can see in the distance as this purple worm is disappearing from sight, this man wearing a hazmat suit, holding a metal rod carved in runes, crawl out from inside the purple worm and immediately get cut in half by the knight.
Oh.
So much for our pacifist run.
Hey, that wasn't you. That's another guy. Maybe you'll run into him later. Who knows? You will.
Do you think our original car is still inside the worm?
And as you say that, the worm vomits up half of your original car.
That'll be a no.
It's those death vomits, that worms do.
I get them all the time.
Actually, no, because it's a worm. If you cut it in half, you have 2 purple worms. Except that's not how worms work in real life. How's that a thing that we all believed as kids, that you can make 2 worms by cutting one in half? What the fuck was that?
I think it's just that worms have multiple hearts.
Yeah,
so-
they'll like wriggle around a bit after you come in half because they have circular shit, but no, you can't duplicate worms with cutting them in half.
So, interesting thing about octopi, most of an octopus's neurons are actually located in their tentacles, meaning if you chop off a tentacle from the main body of the octopus, it can still react to pain and everything. It is still a fully living thing until it dies on its own.
Well, that's a weird way to phrase it. Oh, they have brains in
No,
their...
that's just how the scientists tested it and found out that most of their neurons are in the tentacles. That's what they did. They found that the tentacles were still reacting to pain and flinching away from
Are
it.
octopus scientists evil?
No.
Are any scientists not evil?
Goddamn scientists. This is a flat earth podcast. I swear
No.
to God.
Goodbye.
Flat material plane only.
So let's talk about how you're doing. Well, first of all, you've passed 4 racers. I mean, one in the rusty car is definitely dead. Guy who was controlling the worm from inside, definitely dead. Knight's still alive, but you've passed him. Cowboy, I don't know. Depends if I like him or not.
So he is a knight.
Well, I mean, he's in armor.
Yeah, he said knight multiple
He's in
times.
armor, he's on a horse, he
no,
has a sword.
Yeah, I know. I have a theory as to what it is.
Zerial.
No, it's not Zerial, but it's probably a Death Knight.
It's Wrench.
Yeah, it's
Oh my
Wrench
God.
reincarnated as a Death Knight.
The servant's still around.
Wrench V2.
I killed a 1-year-old a few episodes ago. When you fight this guy, I will kill a 1-day-old. But the point is, 4 people, they behind you now, so that gets you up to 207. And also, you just flew past that encounter. You just kept driving, which means you're gonna gain a little time. Do that roll. Can you finally get into good position standing?
It was a 19 until it wasn't. It's a 1.
What do you mean 19 until it wasn't?
The digital die just skidded across the screen, stayed on a 1 for 90% of the roll, and then it just ding! 1.
Oh, hate when that happens. But the point is, you're in 206th as you keep driving through this desert, and as you keep driving, it starts to get rockier. There are these thick sheets of black stone, shiny, that are just spread across the desert as you head up into this sort of hill of this big circular crater as your compass leads you to the obsidian caldera, site of the 3rd trial. As you pull up and walk there, you can see this crater. There's a wooden bridge that goes across it, and Ira is waiting for you on one side. And as you get closer to him, you can just feel it radiating from this caldera, the heat. The just sheer heat. And as you glance over your side, you see the lava of this active volcano that you're standing on the side of. There's a rickety wooden bridge across. Ira is waiting for you. What would you like to do?
Do we keep driving?
So it's just a rickety wooden bridge that would most likely not support the,
Yeah, I think that's supposed to be the point.
Stop by Ira. Let's see if this is the trial. Or is he on the other side?
He is on the other side of this rickety wooden bridge.
Okay, just give me a couple minutes. I'll shift into Raven form. Not were Raven form, just Raven. So, small bird still has, like, a small shell covering its back.
That's not very aerodynamic.
That's so Raven.
But it flies. And I'll just fly over to the other side to see what Ira wants.
Are you going to turn back into Turtle, or are you going to talk to him as a bird?
No, I'll turn back into Turtle once I reach the other side.
Wow, whoa, you can... nowhere, hello?
Hello.
You didn't need to use magic to fly across. Like, I expected you guys to just walk around the side of the... You know what? It's fine. Welcome to the site of the 3rd trial.
What do you mean walk? I thought there was a giant, like, ravine, or am I
It's like
misunderstanding what you said?
a volcano, so like circular.
Oh, okay. I'll just motion for everybody to drive around and meet up here.
Okay, and they like drive around and get to Ira, and he's like, okay, so, the lighting isn't very good here for me to explain how this works. Get out of your car and follow me, he says as he walks onto the rickety bridge. and just starts walking away from you towards the other side.
Okay.
For confirmation, are you following him?
Drol and Kid are.
So Ira leads you to the middle of this wooden bridge over the caldera, and he holds out his hand, and like his back is turned to you as this flaming spear materializes in his fist, and he turns around, and you see at that moment that hanging from his neck is a gold key, and he says, "Welcome to the site of the third trial. You're gonna have to get this key."
Okay.
Let's do it.
Do we have to fight you, or can we just convince you to hand it to us?
Convincing me probably not gonna work.
If you give us the key, it'll get these two points towards Kairyd and Nikola away from you even faster.
Yeah, but if other racers pass you, they die.
Well, if other racers pass us, they won't have the key because they gotta wait for you.
Make a persuasion check.
8. I've rolled one check above a 5 today.
No. And he, points his spear at you and says, "Clock's ticking. Try and get this key. Or, just run away, get executed. I don't really care either way." And you see, Turtle Man, you missed a fun point. If I give you guys the key, these two just get out of my hair. But if I fight you, then I get to fight them. And, well, I'm feeling pretty wrathful.
Why waste your time with emotions like that?
Because that's my thing. I'm the wrathful one.
That's stupid. Why do you waste your time doing that? Don't you have anything better to do?
This is what I do for a living. This is my job, okay?
While he's doing that, I'm going to hex this guy's wisdom so he has disadvantage on any wisdom ability checks. I'm going to transform into a raven and try and just steal the key from around his neck without
Okay,
him
one
looking.
thing at a time. The hexing is wisdom. Is there, somatic or anything components to that?
Yeah.
Okay, so he sees that. Is there a save for him?
No.
Okay, so he's bad at wisdom now, but also he saw it, and he's gonna, as you try and fly towards him, he's gonna stab at you.
Okay.
What's a raven's AC?
Well, my AC is 17. My AC does not change when I shapeshift.
Oh, well, so does a 29 hit?
Yes.
Okay, and that's gonna be, let's just roll that, that's gonna be 20 damage to you as he just stabs this bird with his spear.
Ow.
And he, rips it back. And as he pulls it out, make a Constitution saving throw.
22. Nat 20.
22, okay, you save, so you don't gotta worry about that. And as he wipes the blood from his spear, I have a feeling y'all are gonna want to roll for initiative.
Yeah.
21.
20.
13.
Natural 1 for 3.
Ugh. Okay, so Jordan's first, and Akash is last.
Well, honestly, Drol is just infatuated with why he's wasting his time. Why can't you just quit?
But why would I quit? I like my job. I'm paid well to...
Why?
I don't have to explain myself to you.
I just don't think you're very smart.
Kid's voice pops up and it's like, yeah, if you hate dealing with people like them and that's your job, why do you keep doing it?
Do you know how many people I've done this with so far today? 206 others. You are the worst one somehow. And honestly, I feel like the two of you are starting to get on my list.
Again, why waste your time with such stupid emotions such as hate?
Okay, Drol is a hippie.
No.
Now I'm seeing it.
He's not a hippie.
Peace and love, man.
He just thinks that nothing matters enough to get angry over things. He's more cynical than he is a hippie.
Is this cynical pseudo-hippie gonna attack or do an action on his turn or just sit there like whatever?
I will spend my action using symbiotic entity. So I gain, what would it be, 16 temporary hit points. Also, you guys would watch as all of a sudden a bunch of what before were completely invisible spores appear and begin glowing in the air around me. And now then that's my action, and I'll spend my bonus action to cast Shillelagh, where you see my staff start growing moss and different mushrooms on it. And then that will be the end of my turn.
Wow, you really like mushrooms, dude.
He does like mushrooms a lot. He's a spore dude. What did you expect?
Fair enough. Anyway, it's Monty's turn now.
Nikola unsheaths his longsword and starts to approach. The homeless person is right, wench. You could have a very nice job in a service position with good pay and a stable job security. Why not do that? Why stay in a job you hate?
Wait, hold on. Are you saying I've got a good job with good benefits and security, so I should quit this job I hate? Also, I'm not a wench. Why do you keep calling me a wench?
You had the bucket! You have the makings of a fine wench, and yet you waste it here. And Nikola slashes with the longsword.
Okay, make that attack roll.
That's a 10. God.
Okay, so you, swing it at it, and the way I imagine is he just, catches the sword and, knocks it back. Okay, next up is Michael.
So he's currently hexed. I'm going to use my action to pull out my packed weapon longbow.
Mm-hmm.
And can I try to take the key again, or no?
You can try, but I would say that would be an action.
In that case, I'm going to also bonus action and put my Hexblade's Curse on him. So that just does extra stuff when I hit him with weapon attacks. So that's my turn. Also, I'm flying out of reach of the spear.
Okay, that's good. The other three of you are still in range of the spear still, though. Let's do some rolling.
Wait, what's the range of the spear? How close is he?
It has a range of 10 feet. I would assume you would all be relatively close. There's not a lot of room on this rickety wooden bridge over a volcano where you're all standing.
True.
Okay, and none of his attacks roll below a 20. Jordan is going to take 12.
He didn't even get rid of my temporary HP.
Monty is gonna take 17. And Akash is gonna take 14. As he just swings his spear a bunch at all of you, he's been waiting for this all
Wait,
day.
have we had a long rest since last session?
No.
Oh, well, okay, I'm down to 3.
The short rest. There was a short rest, I recall.
See, if you kill off your character, then you get your spell slots back.
No!
That's the plan.
Don't!
So I have all my spell slots.
It's quicker to switch to your sidearm than reload.
Oh god, I have created a bad precedent. Akash, it's your turn.
Because the thing is, he hasn't exactly been giving us shorter long rests, so...
Oh, I have 3 HP. How far away is it?
Why didn't you tell me you have 3 HP? I'm a druid.
Yeah, decisions they were made. What can I do? I'm in a car. I have a gun. That's all I can do.
We're not in the car anymore, right?
No, you did not drive your car on the wooden bridge, I hope.
Oh, yeah, okay, it was too rickety. Okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna just shout out to the party. Someone, heal me, maybe. Please. Thank you. I am gonna go stab a motherfucker.
Okay, make that attack roll.
22?
22, that actually hits. Roll that damage.
Oof, that's not good. 4. Do I get sneak attack? I doubt it.
You have allies nearby.
9 damage, and then it turns out I have second wind, which means I can heal 1d10 as a bonus action, once between short or long rests. So, you know what? I'm going to do that, because that feels pertinent to do.
Awesome. Now it is Jordan's turn.
That hurt, what he did. He didn't actually move, though, right?
He's still at the same place in the middle of this rickety bridge over the volcano.
Yeah, okay. I'm just going to walk up and... Well, first of all, I'll bonus action healing word at 2nd level, Kairyd.
What is the word?
Bird.
Sure.
I don't know, it'd probably be something in Fae.
What's Fae for bird?
Turns out also bird. Fae is a variant of English.
Damn, okay. Yeah, so that's 9 hit points. And then I'm gonna whack him with my stick.
Okay, make that attack roll.
Fuck! That's an 11.
Okay, that was 0 to 20. What was that?
I got an 11.
You just smack him in the head with your shillelagh staff, and he just shrugs it off, and he, laughs a bit. Look, you can't beat me.
That doesn't mean I'm not willing to die trying.
Your funeral, as it becomes Monty's turn.
Or it'll be yours, who knows? We'll find out.
It's just ingrained in this character's instincts now. I was just gonna yell out, drive. Nikola is going to recover from that stab and just grunt out, what a waste of good service. You shall wench no more, and rage.
Ah, yes. What's the effect of this rage?
Let's find
Oh
out.
boy, Monty might just have killed us.
Right,
You.
there aren't any, like,
He
it
might just
creates
have
a
killed
fireball,
you.
is it?
No, it's a different table. It has its own table. You can't fireball yourself, but there is like an explosive.
Okay, good, because that would destroy the bridge.
I think there is like one or two effects that would destroy the bridge.
Why'd you roll, Monty?
4. Magic infuses one weapon of your choice that you are holding until your rage ends. The weapon's damage type changes to force. It has the light and thrown properties with a normal range of 20 feet and a long range of 60 feet. If the weapon leaves your hand, the weapon reappears in your hand at the start of the next
So
turn.
basically your sword is now Mjolnir.
Yeah.
Not great, but it didn't kill the entire party, which is
No,
the
that's
important
awesome.
thing.
It deals magical damage now.
Good point.
Yes, it does. Nikola's gonna back up from the spear. I think he'd take an opportunity attack.
How far are you backing up?
Out of the range.
Okay, yeah, so you would, and that's... Does a 17 hit?
Yes.
Okay, so that's just gonna be minor 19 damage. It is physical, so halved.
Yeah, slashing. So, 9. Oh, Nikola's not looking too good.
I don't think any of us are. We're all rolling like shit today.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna start yucking the sword.
Okay, you yuck your sword.
Does a 19 hit?
19 will hit this guy as you yuck your sword like fucking Goofy.
Yuck.
That's gonna be 11.
Okay, so you just hit him in the face with your sword, and he's like, is that the best you can do? Sometimes I'm Southern, sometimes I'm not. It's because the DM is bad at keeping voices remembered in his head.
Every time we punch him in the face, his accent changes.
You know what? Sure, that's canon now.
Does that mean his accent changed when I hit him over the head with my spear?
Sure. Let's not think about it too much.
It's like just a randomized button on a robot.
It's Michael's turn now, by the way.
Great, I'm gonna shoot him with my packed weapon longbow.
Okay, make that roll.
That is a 19, which, because of Hexblade's curse, is a crit. 31 damage.
Okay, that's a big chunk of his health, and he doesn't smile at that hit like he has at past hits. But it's his turn. And eeny, meeny, Akash. He's going for Akash.
He can throw the spear, can't he?
This feels like a trap.
I don't know why.
None of us are monk.
No, just because then he won't have his spear. He's gonna stab Akash twice and do a different attack on Michael.
Oh boy.
Does a 15 hit?
I'm pretty sure. Yes, it very much does.
And then the 17 also hits. So that is gonna be to you. That is gonna be 14, 22, 27.
Well, I'm unconscious. Whatever.
Yeah,
the
that's
math is.
39 damage from those two stabs.
Wait, does that mean I'm dead for real since my hit point maximum is 34? Since over like 100% of my hit points in one.
No, it has to be. Isn't it double your max?
Okay, it's double. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but he just stabs you and knocks you down. And then also on his turn, he's gonna throw a fireball at Michael.
Oh, just a straight up fireball?
Well, it's called Hurl Flame, but it's fire in
Okay.
a round shape. It's round
Okay.
fire.
Like a flaming spear.
That is 4, so it's not going to hit. I mean 11, but still not going to hit. As Akash goes down, and now it's Akash's turn as he makes death saving throws.
13 is above 10, so that's a pass, right?
Okay, that's a pass for you. You're good at death saves. And he's going to say, you just don't get how this race works, do you? Laughing to himself quietly as it becomes Jordan's turn.
Drol will just go, "You're right, I don't," and then whack him again.
Make that attack.
Let's go. That's a 24. That's 12 damage with 7 of it being magical bludgeoning and 5 of it being necrotic.
I'll add that to his sheet. As it becomes Monty's turn.
Yuck the sword.
Make that attack roll.
Oh my god. 10.
And yeah, it just flies past his head as it becomes Michael's turn.
Gonna fly up to him and try and take the key.
Okay, give me a sleight of hand roll.
18.
18. You fly by and you grab the key, and you actually, as you do that, see like a bit of a smile from him. But you have grabbed the key.
Okay, everybody, we got the key. Get out of here.
Well, hold on. I'd like that key back, he says, as he's gonna make a couple attacks at Jordan.
Well, I'm flying away, so I'm like
Oh, I
20
forgot
feet
to
away
heal
from him
Akash.
over the air.
Oops.
There's a reason I don't
Oopsie
play
poopsie.
support characters very often.
Yeah, cool. So let's just roll all those dice for him laying into Jordan. So that's 51 damage from 3 stabs to Jordan.
Okay, I'm out.
Awesome. So, as it currently stands, Michael is flying away with the key. Glowy boomerang sword Monty is standing on the bridge. At his feet, unconscious, are Kairyd and Drol, and Ira is staring you down. As Akash and Jordan make death saving throws real quick.
Success.
9, so that's a fail.
Monty, it's your turn. Your friends are down, injured. But you guys, you have the key now. But Monty, what do you want to do?
Nikola's gonna pick up everyone, possibly including Ira. No, and just bolt for the car
Awesome. Give me, like, an athletics check to do this.
with advantage because I am raging.
I'm angry! You have righteous indignation, man!
That's a dirty 20.
Oh, hell yeah. You pick up Drol and Kairyd and you just sprint across the bridge, and Ira tosses away his spear and claps as you and Michael make it back to the car.
Can I cut the bridge?
Go for it.
No, I don't. I don't want to do that. I don't want that. That's not the Nikola way. Maybe Kairyd.
Honestly, to be fair, that was kind of what I was expecting. Like, big tough dude, you've been shown previously that you do not stand a chance against him. He's on a rickety bridge over a volcano.
Yeah, but then you put the key around his neck, and if he falls in, also he's a fucking devil, so like lava's not gonna do anything to him.
What if it's ice lava?
What the fuck is ice lava?
I don't know. It's that blue shit.
You guys, you get back to your car. 2 of you are unconscious, but you can do medical treatment on them. And as you drive away, you can see Los Jugadores, where the finish line is in the distance. And that went well. Someone give me a D20 roll to see what place you're in.
I'll do it.
Okay.
That is a 15.
That is a 15! Do you know what that means, people?
Means we're in 15th place.
Means we don't all die?
Yes, you're in 191st place. You're not dying anymore. I mean, you're still probably all gonna die eventually, but not immediately.
Don't me and Kairyd still need to like stabilize?
I mean, I assume that Michael and Monty would stabilize
Don't you have to make checks to stabilize someone?
That's a good
Let's
point.
just punch you awake.
Drop you in the lava. There we go. Don't have to deal with them anymore.
No, don't kill
No.
Drol.
It works with Mario. They just come back.
Drol's awesome. Why would you kill Drol?
It's just a prank, bro.
We would have stabilized them.
Okay, make that roll. Now that I've been reminded it's a roll.
I got a 15.
Okay, good. Your friends aren't dying. Well, not really friends.
Good, because Nikola got a 7.
I feel like Nikola goes up, begins to slap them awake, like that's just the only thing he knows how to do, and Kid's just like, no.
Your unarmed strikes are killing them, Nikola!
There's evil afoot!
Oh, God.
Evil!
God, fucking Daddy Tops. That's a name that is aged poorly. Ugh.
Akash, please stop.
Daddy Tops
For-
has
for-
aged perfectly.
You can put it into Torchbearers. I have muted that channel. Please stop putting shit here.
Oh, you said the DM you, Michael?
You DM me and I block you, buddy.
I don't care what you do, just as long as it's after the recording. The minute we hit stop, do all the Daddy Tops
Cool.
flashlight padding me.
Did you just tell me to put this in important stuff?
It is. It's important stuff.
So this is going in the episode?